أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today we will start off our class with our prayer. Esti, if you could please choose a student to come to the mic and read this prayer.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum
I
salam.
would request G442 to unmute their mic. G442.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Please can you start off with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah and then read this prayer and the translation, please?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
Translation.
Increase me in knowledge. Dawha was 150.
Jazakumullah.
Sakata.
So today is lesson 11, and today we will be doing Surah Al-Jummah, verse 5 to 7. First, I will start off with the class etiquettes. Please make sure that you have done ablution, wuzu. You are wearing clean clothes. You have a head covering, a scarf or a cap. You are sitting in a quiet place, meaning there should be no noise. You have parental supervision, and you are coming with your correct ID. Now, moving on, I would like SD to call a student to the mic so they can read verses of Surah Al-Jummah, verses 5 to 7. They can read with me if they like.
Okay. G4360. G4360. Okay. G417. I think it's G317.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Now, I will start off with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah, and then you can read behind me. So everyone who is off the mic, they can practice as well alongside us. So I'll start off. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم مثل الذين حملوا التوراة Keep on going. Rata.
التوراة
Okay, let me read it again. حملوا التوراة.
حملوا التوراة
Well done. ثم لم يحملوها.
ثم لم يحملوها.
Okay, remember that this is a ghunna letter, so we need to do nasal sound. I'll read this again. ثم لم يحملوها.
ثم لم يحملوها.
Well done. كمثل الحمار.
كمثل الحمار.
كمثل الحمار.
كمثل الحمار
يحمل أسفارا.
يحمل أسفارا.
Yes. بئس مثل القوم الذين.
بئس مثل القوم الذين
Well done. كذبوا بآيات الله.
كذبوا بآيات الله.
والله يهدي لا يهدي القوم الظالمين.
يهدي القوم الظالمين.
Let me read this again. والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين.
والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين.
قل يا أيها الذين.
قل يا أيها الذين.
Okay, remember that this is a mushaddad, so we need to join this strongly. Let me read this again. قل يا أيها الذين.
قل يا أيها الذين
هادوا إن زعمتم. This is dal.
إن زعمتم.
Let me read this again. Well done. Let me just read this again. هادوا إن زعمتم.
هادوا إن زعمتم.
Be mindful, look, this is Mad Saghira, and over here we are doing Ikhfa. So remember both these rules. We need to do 3 to 5 second elongation, and we need to do nasal sound over here. Let me read this again. هادوا إن زعمتم.
هذو
This
إن
is that.
هادو إن زعمتم
Okay, keep on practicing. أنكم أولياء لله.
أنكم أولياء لله
أنكم أولياء لله. Read this again.
أنهم أولياء لله
من دون الناس.
من دون الناس
فتمنوا الموت. From here.
فتمنوا الموت
إن كنتم صادقين.
إن
Sorry, Kaf. Read this again.
إن كنتم صادقين.
Okay, remember we had learned the rule of ikhfa. Over here, we can see that there is noon sakin and after there is ka. And then over here as well, this is the rule of ikhfa as well. There is noon sakin and after there is ta. So we need to do nasal sound. Let me read this again. إن كنتم صادقين.
كنتم صادقين.
Okay, let me read this again once more. إن كنتم صادقين.
إن كنتم صادقين.
Well done. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. Now I would like another student to come to the mic to practice, to do the translation.
Okay. G329. G329.
Wa alaikum salam. Can you please read the translation of verses that we have just recited?
Yes. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. That is Allah's grace. He bestows it on whom He pleases, and Allah is the Lord of immense grace. The likeness of those who were entrusted with the law of Torah, but did not carry out its commandments, is as the likeness of an ass carrying a load of books. Evil is the likeness of the people who reject the signs of Allah, and Allah guides not the wrongdoing people. Say, O ye who are Jews, if you claim you are the lords of Allah to the exclusion of all other people, then wish for death, if indeed you are truthful.
Jazakumullah, well done. Now the verses, I would just like to remind you, these verses, Surah Al-Jummah, verses 5 to 7. Remember to keep on memorizing them, as this will be next class, not Fridays, but on the Tuesday, as we are having a break for Eid on the Friday. So teacher will listen to you of these verses. Now moving on, I will listen to your hifz. First of all, I would like everyone to raise their hands who have memorized Surah Al-Jummah, verses 1 to 4. Now, can I choose a student?
G3 84.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Have you memorized these verses? Surah Al-Jummah, verses 1 to 4?
Yes.
Okay, well done. Now I will listen to these verses from memorization. So please can you start off with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
And tell your name.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين وآخرين لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry to stop you. You have read the verse a bit wrong. Try again. وآخرين
وآخرين لما يلحقوا بهم.
Sorry to stop you. Over here, you're reading it a bit wrong. Let me read it. وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم. Continue.
وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. Jazakallah.
Well done, Jazakumullah. Please stay on the mic. You have done a really good job. Your memorization was great, but you've just messed up a bit on the last verse. Remember to keep on practicing this verse. Overall, it was really good. Remember to keep on practicing your throat letters. As over here, ha, this is a throat letter. Also over here, ha, and over here, ayn. These are throat letters which should come from the middle of your throat. So keep on remembering to practice them. And over here, we can see that ba is carrying a mushaddad, a tashdid. So this is a mushaddad letter. So we need to read this strongly. يسبح لله ما في السماوات.
يسبح لله ما في السماوات.
Well done. And over here, this is a thick letter. Do you want to try from here?
من قبل لفي ضلال مبين.
Well done overall. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic.
My number was G385.
Sorry?
My number was G385.
Okay, G385, kindly give mic to G384. G384. Do you want to recite the hifz?
You remember all the verses? You remember 2?
but he's not feeling well, so he's not ready.
Okay,
Alright.
that is fine. Now, if you could call another student to the mic.
Okay. Now I will unmute G 429.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Have you memorized verses of Surah Al-Jummah, verses 1 to 4?
Yes.
Okay, so please can you start off with ta'awuz and tasmiyah and then recite them?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم.
I'm sorry to stop you, that you have read it wrong. Do you want to try again from the start?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض
Do you know the next part?
وهو
No, sorry to stop you. I'll read it from here. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس.
يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم.
Well done, Jazakumullah. Your pronunciation was very well. And your memorization, you had done well. You had just messed up in verse 1. Keep on practicing and revising. Just remember that ha is a throat letter, so it should come to the middle of the throat. Do you want to try this?
يسبح.
Well done, Jazakumullah. And just a reminder to all, I had noticed that some of you were reading dha. This is dha. It is better to read it as dha. Well done, G429, you had read it correctly. As just a reminder to all. Jazakumullah, G429, for coming to the mic. Now, if someone else can come to the mic and read the hifz of Surah Al-Jummah, verses 1 to 4.
Yes, G470. Kindly unmute your mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Do you know your hifz of Surah Al-Jummah, verses 1 to 4?
Yes.
Okay, so please start off with ta'awuz and tasmiyah and continue to read.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم.
Well done, Jazakumullah. Please can you remind me of your ID?
I'm G470. No, I'm G470.
Jazakumullah. Well done. Overall, you have done a really good job. Remember your throat letters. I had noticed a couple of times you had not read it correctly. Over here, ha, and over here, this is throat letter, and ayn. These both are throat letters.
Okay.
Please remember to keep a difference from other letters like ayn. People mix it up with alif as it sounds similar. Do you want to try from here?
From Yusabbi.
Yes.
Okay. Yusabbihu lillahi ma fis samawati.
Well done. And over here as well, I had highlighted this because ba is carrying a tashdid, meaning this is a mushaddad letter, so it should be read with correct joining because we need to strongly join this. Yusabbihu lillahi ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard.
Okay.
Okay, next over here, this is dha, and as well over here. I'd reminded this earlier. It is okay to read dha, but it is better if we read dha. So do you want to try it from here? I'll read it once for you. وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ الْمَلِكِ الْقُدُّوسِ.
Okay. وما في الأرض الملك القدوس.
Well done. And over here, ka, this is a thin letter. Qaf is the thick one. As you can see over here, qa, this should be read thickly, whereas this, ka, should be read thinly, whilst making a smiling face. Do you know try?
وإن كانوا.
Well done. And over here, you had made a mistake. Let me read it for you. رَسُولًا مِّنْهُمْ. As we can see, meme is a gunna letter, meme mushaddad. This is carrying a tashdid, so it's a gunna letter. So we need to make some nasal sound. And this should be read clearly as it's ha after. Do you want to try?
Yeah. Rasul.
From here.
Rasulam minhum.
Well done. Jazakumullah.
Can my brother read?
Yes, sure. What is his ID?
G469.
Okay, Jazakumullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Do you know verses of Surah Al-Jummah, verses 1 to 4?
Yes, I know up to 1 to 2, but just the 1 to 3. Yeah, I just know up to 1 to 3, but I'm gonna learn 4.
Okay, so you can send us a recording of verse 4
Okay.
afterwards. You can start by reading. Start with Tawaz and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم هم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. That's all I know.
Okay, Jazakumullah. You can send us a recording of verse 4. Well done overall. You have done a really good job. So just as a reminder, Ha and Ain, these are both thick letters. Ha comes from the middle of the throat and Ain comes from the bottom of the throat.
Okay.
Also, sorry, it also comes from the middle of the throat.
Okay.
So remember to read these with correct. So do you want to try this?
يسبح لله.
Yes, well done. And from here as well.
Mm.
You can try for Ain, the practice.
العزيز الحكيم.
Sorry, I didn't hear you properly.
Okay. العزيز الحكيم.
Yes, remember it will be kind of a flexible sound, so I'll read it for you. Al-Aziz al-Hakim.
العزيز الحكيم.
Well done. Also, I wanted to remind you here of Ain, but now we have practices, so I believe that would have helped you. And over here, we can see that Mim is carrying a tashdid. So this is a gunna letter. So we know that there will be 2 second nasal sound. So do you want to try this from here?
رسولا منهم.
Well done. And this one should be min because this is ha. Ha and this ha is going to be read clearly.
Okay.
So do you want to try? It is izhar, the rule of izhar.
منهم.
No, minhum.
Okay. منهم.
There should be no nasal sound over here. There should be nasal sound on this one where there's mim mushaddad, but over here where there is nasal sound and after we can see that there's ha carrying madda. There should be no nasal sound. It should be read clearly.
Okay. منهم.
Well done. And as a last reminder, over here, dwa, it is better to read it whilst reading it dwa, but I noticed that you had read it dwa. It's okay, but it's better if you read dwa. Do you want to try from here?
وما في الأرض.
Yes, well done. Jazakumullah. Now, if we can move on.
Next ID is.
I'll just like to stop there. If you haven't sent us a recording or you haven't come to the mic to do your hifz of Surah As-Saf verses 15, you can raise your hands. So all of you who had raised your hands for verses 1 to 4 of Surah Al-Jammah, you can lower your hands and raise hands for Surah As-Saf verses 15. Esti, can you please choose student from the participants who have raised their hands?
Yes. G454.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So have you recited verses 15 in class?
No.
Okay.
I've done verse 2 up to Surah Jummah.
Okay, for today you can recite verse 15 and you can send us a recording of the hifz that you have not recited in class so we can update your scores.
Okay.
Start off with Tawuz and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم how to start again?
Sorry?
Can you tell me the how it starts?
Yes. يا أيها الذين آمنوا
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كانوا أنصار الله.
Sorry to stop you. It's Kunu. You was reading it right before.
كونوا أنصار الله كما قال عيسى ابن مريم للحواريين نحن أنصار الله.
No, sorry. It's Re. There is Madisavir. Do you want to try again?
نحن أنصار. Wait, where's it? Madisavir?
Okay, start from here. قال عيسى ابن مريم للحواريين
قال عيسى ابن مريم للحواريين
من
أنصاري إلى الله. قال الحواريون من أنصاري إلى الله.
No, sorry, you're reading it wrong.
آمنت طائفة.
Sorry, stop there, sorry. Can you start again from قال الحواريون?
قال الحواريون من أنصار الله.
No, sorry, stop there. I'll read it for you. قال الحواريون نحن أنصار الله.
قال الحواريون نحن أنصار الله فآمنت طائفة من بني إسرائيل وكفرت طائفة فأيدنا الذين آمنوا
فأيدنا الذين آمنوا
كانوا من الظاهرين.
No, sorry that. فأيدنا الذين آمنوا على عدوهم.
Where should I start from?
على عدوهم.
على عدوهم فأصبحوا ظاهرين.
Okay, Jazakumullah, stay on the mic with me. You have done a really good job, really good try. Don't worry, there are some mistakes that we can correct. Keep on practicing your hifz. There were some errors that you have made. You can keep on practicing. You can send us a recording of verse 15 as well, so we can see your hifz, and then you can do more practice, and these mistakes will be corrected. Okay, so cool. This is a thin letter, and as we can see that there is waw sakina, so it is a rule of waw madiyya. Do you want to read this?
كونوا.
Well done, you have corrected this as well. Nu, we can see that it is also carrying a mad saghir, so this should be prolonged for 3 to 5 seconds, which we have corrected right now. And over here, qa, this is a thick letter, so we need to read it thickly. And over here, ri, this is a thin letter. Oh, sorry, this is a throat letter. So we need to read it from the middle of the throat. Also, it is thin as well. Do you want to correct it?
قال عيسى ابن مريم.
Well done. It should be a flexible noise. So, عيسى بن مريم.
عيسى ابن مريم.
Well done. Keep on practicing. And over here, we can see ya is carrying a tashdid. And also, it has a kasra. So, we need to prolong. It is vertical kasra. So, we need to prolong for 2 seconds. And we can see that it's mushaddad. So, we need to join it strongly. So, read from here.
قال عيسى ابن مريم للحواريين
Yeah. Regina.
ريين.
Okay, well done. Keep on practicing. And over here, this is Noon Sakin, and we can see it is a rule of Izhar. And over here, it is the rule of Ikhfa. So, do you want to try? So, we need to read this clearly. Try this.
من أنصاري.
Right, stop there. So, we need to read this clearly. Man ansari ilallah.
من أنصاري إلى الله.
There should be no nasal sound. It should be readily clear. There should be no stress over here. Man ansari ilallah.
من أنصاري إلى الله.
Well done for correcting this one. But over here we can see Noon Sakin and after Swad. So this is a different rule. This is the rule of Ikhfa. So we need to do slight nasal sound over here for 2 seconds. It is a different rule. This is the rule of Izhar. This is the rule of Ikhfa. Do you want to try again?
من أنصاري إلى الله.
Well done. Great job. Now over here you had read this thin, but now you have corrected this. So it should be thick. Over here, Qaf, this is a thick letter, so it should be read thickly. And also, as it is Alif Madiyya, so it should be prolonged for 2 seconds. Do you want to try?
قال الحواريون.
Yeah, well done. Now, wa should be prolonged for 2 seconds, as we can see that there is Alif over here. So we need to prolong this for 2 seconds. And also, the rule that I was telling you over here, this is the same rule over here because we can see Ya is carrying a tashdid. So we need to join this strongly. قال الحواريون.
قال الحواريون.
Okay, well done. Keep on practicing. Over here, I think you had rushed a bit. So over here, there is Madd Kabir, so it needs to be prolonged for 4 to 6 seconds. And also, as we can see, that Ta is a thick letter and also is carrying a tashdid. So we need to join it strongly to Noon. As we can see, that this will be ignored. The Ta should be ignored as it is carrying a jazm. So we need to read this like this. فَآمَنَ الطَّائِفَةٌ
فآمنت طائفة من بني إسرائيل.
Okay, all done. Over here, remember that we need to keep a difference. This is a Hamza, and people do make a mistake. It is common to make a mistake. This is a Hamza and an Ain. Let me find an example. Over here, Ari, we can see that this one should be read flexibly from the middle of the throat. As over here, this one should be read like an alif. So just it should come from the bottom of your throat. Do you want to try?
فآمنت طائفة من بني إسرائيل.
Okay, well done. Just over here as well, there is Hamza as well, remember? And I'll just quickly brief this. So over here, this is a Madd Kabir. So we need to prolong this to 4 to 6 seconds, as well as you had done there. And over here, Madd Saghir should be prolonged for 3 to 5 seconds. This is smaller than this one. As you can see that there is a difference. And over here as well, Madd Kabir, and it should be prolonged for 4 to 6 seconds. So well done overall. And lastly, over here, Dha, it should be prolonged for 2 seconds. As you can see, it is Alif Madiyya. And also, as it's a thick letter, So we can read this quickly. فَأَصْبَحُوا ظَاهِرِينَ.
فأصبحوا ظاهرين.
Okay, well done, Jazakumullah. Just let me remind you once more. Over here we can see it's Hamza and Alif. Hamza and Alif, they come from the bottom of our throat. So yes, it will have the same sound, but over here, Ain will have a different sound because it comes in the middle of our throat and there will be a flexible sound. So remember to keep a difference between these. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. You have done a really good job. Keep on practicing. Send us a recording of Surah As-Saf from the verses that you have not sent before. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic.
Hafiz.
Hafiz. Now moving on, the people who have not done their recording or haven't recited verses 13 to 14 in class can raise their hands so I can listen to them now.
G4, 5-4.
Oh, so I've got to lower my hand. Just had me on the mic.
All right.
No worries.
Next is G336.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, good.
Great, Alhamdulillah. So, as you had raised your hand, you have not recited verses 13 to 14 in class or sent us a recording.
No.
Okay, no worries. I can listen to you, the verses 13 to 14 now. Please can you start off with Awaz and Tasmiyah and continue to read?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. How do we start it, please?
Yes, sure. يغفر لكم
ذنوبهم ويدخلكم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار مساكنكم في
Masa, there is meme. ومساكن.
جناهم
I'll read this again. Sorry to stop you there. ومساكن طيبة
ساقين في طيبة في جناتها ذلك الفوز العظيم وأخرى تحبونها نصر من الله وفتح قريب وبشر المؤمنين.
Jazakumullah. Well done. Your hifz was really good. Let me resume my share. Okay, so remember your throat letters. As you can see, that ha in many places, it was read a bit wrong. So ha should come from the middle of our throat. And ayn also, it comes from the middle of the throat. Remember, as a quick reminder to all, ha and ayn is throat letters. So we need to read them from the middle of our throat. Ayn should be read flexibly. And ha, it should be like a scratching sound, scratching feeling. So I'll read this once for everyone.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. An example of ayn. As you can see that over here, there is an example of ayn. I will read this for everyone. ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. Okay, so I hope this is beneficial for all and as well for you as well. And over here, continuing, min, this should be read as ikhfa because we can see ta is the next preceding letter. So we should do 2-second nasal sound. Do you know to try from here?
Yeah.
Go ahead, try.
Hajri.
Yeah, read this example of min.
Okay. Tajri min tatiyal anhar.
Okay, sorry to stop you there. Min should be done. Yeah, don't worry about that. But this one should be done with ikhfa because we can see that that is the next preceding letter, so we need to do 2-second nasal sound like this. تجري من تحتها الأنهار.
Okay. Tajri min tatiyal anhar.
Well done. And over here, let me just quickly remind you, ta is a thin letter. تجري من تحتها الأنهار.
Tajri min tatiyal anhar.
Okay, keep on practicing this rule. Moving on, fi, we can see that fa is a thin letter and it is the rule over here. It is the rule of ya madya because we can see fa has a kasra and then next is ya sakina. So we need to read this for 2 seconds. So do you know try from here?
Okay. Tayyibatan fi jannatiyat.
Well done. Let me just quickly remind you over here that toji because ya, yeah, well done. Ya is carrying a tashdid, so we need to read this strongly. And over here, qad, ayn is flexible as this is a throat letter, and we need to do kalkala as this is a kalkala letter. Dal is a kalkala letter.
Okay.
Do you try?
Yeah, no calcula. I did a class of it.
Don't worry, jazakumullah. And lastly, over here, we can see meme is mushaddad, so it is a hunna letter. So try this, some small. This should be read with nasal sounds. Try from here. From here.
Okay. Nasrum minallah.
Yeah, don't worry. This is me because we can see there is kasra underneath. We do not join it with noon.
Okay.
Let me read this one for you. Nasrum minallah.
Okay. Nasrum minallah.
Yeah, Nasrum minallah.
Nasrum minallah.
Okay, let me just remind me. I think you're doing a nasal sound over here. We do not do nasal sound on run. Whilst we join this to the mushaddad, we do nasal sounds. So let me read this. This is a tanveen. I know in the rule of tanveen, we do nasal sound, but over here, as we join this, we do nasal sound with the meme, as this is meme mushaddad. This is the rule of gunna.
Okay.
So, Nasrum minallah.
Nasrum minallah.
Okay, well done. Jazakumullah. Keep on practicing this. Remember that this is a gunna letter. And over here, that this, we can see that it is tanveen, but damatan. But we just read the dhamma of this and join it, the one dhamma, and then join it with the meme, mushaddad.
Okay.
Well done overall. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. You've done a really good job. Now, moving on. As the time is nearly up, I'll just move on. Okay, so for our knowledge quest, we have how many examples of violin are there in Surah Al-Jummah, verses 5 to 7? So everyone who knows the answer to this question can raise their hand. ST, can you please choose a student for the mic to answer this question?
Yes, G338.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Can you please give the answer to this question?
I think so. It's 3 times.
Do you want to try again?
I think so. It's 2. Yeah, 2.
Okay, no worries. We can call another student to the mic for some help.
Okay, let's try G 431.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Do you know this answer?
Yes. It comes 5 times, 3
Well
times
done.
in verse 6 and 2 times in verse 7.
Well done. Jazakumullah. So, yes, it appears 5 times. This one, Al-Qawm, this appears twice. And these 3 appear once in the verses 5 to 7. Well done for coming to the mic. Now, moving on, I will tell you your homework. Please memorize Surah Al-Jummah, verses 5 to 7. And please remember, revision is key, because if we do not revise, we will start to forget things. So revise Surah Al-Jummah, verses 1 to 4, and the whole of Surah As-Saf, from the verse 1 to verse 15. And for next class, our knowledge quest is, how many examples of Yaleen are there in Surah Al-Jummah, verses 8 to 9? Okay, so I would like to do 2 reminders. First of all, remember to send in your recordings of what you have memorized. So we know how much you have learned, and then we can update your scores. Secondly, there will be no class on Friday, as it is Eid on Thursday. So there will be no class, but inshallah, our next class will be on the next Tuesday, on the 4th of July. I hope all of you have done the memorization of the previous verses, and then you can send us a recording so we can update your scores. Lastly, moving on, I would like SD to call a student to the mic to do the prayer.
I would unmute G328.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Please can you start off with ta'awuz and tasmiyah and then read this prayer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم. Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Qur'an. وَاجْعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً. And make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy. Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah for coming to the mic, and Jazakumullah to all who have participated and attended today's class. Please make sure that you do not come to the next class on Friday, as it is Eid. But please remember that our next class will be on Tuesday, the 4th of July, as that is the next Tuesday coming up. Please remember to come to that class. Jazakumullah to all who have attended today's class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.